Kenya, tamu sana, yes, tamu sana. Yesterday, Denis Itumbi, the perceived Tanga spokesman, through his Facebook account yesterday, made it clear that Raila Amolo Odinga most likely will be Jubilee's presidential candidate. That was yesterday. So in this video right now, I want us to look into details as to the political implications should that happen. What are the political implications of Jubilee Party supporting a Raila candidature or having Raila Amolo Odinga as their candidate for presidency next year? So in case you've just bumped on this YouTube channel for the very first time, tap on the subscription button and also kindly give this video a like. Give it a like, please. Thank you. Political implications of Jubilee supporting Raila Odinga. The first political implication, I believe that Jubilee today, if they decide to support Raila Amolo Odinga, then they are bringing on Raila's side the perceived deep state and the system, plus some good number of votes. I'm saying that because of this. For those who have been following Raila very keenly, Raila's political journey, if we start from 2007, in 2007, it was widely believed that Raila Amolo Odinga won the presidency. And as Kenyans slept knowing pretty well that Raila was well in the lead, the following morning the results were different. And that proved to very many Kenyans, or rather that was a clear indication that somebody might have tampered with the results. And that somebody is what Raila supporters have been describing as the system or the deep state. In 2013, it was more or less the same. Because in 2013, again, it was also widely believed that no candidate attained the 50+1%. But nonetheless, miracles happened and somebody just attained 50+1%. Something that a majority of Kenyans know for a fact never happened. So Kenyans were left convinced that the 50+1% in 2013 was topped up by the deep state, the system. Then in 2017, ladies and gentlemen, again the Supreme Court was forced to nullify the whole presidential election because they believed that the results could not be verified. Even after doing all that, still Raila was blocked from being the president. A clear indication that there is always the system or the deep state that decides who becomes the president. And the system or the deep state is controlled by the government. Jubilee Party is the party that is in government. So for Jubilee to decide to support Raila Amolo Odinga, they are not only bringing the system or the deep state, but they are also bringing votes. And sometimes back Oburu Odinga, Raila's elder brother, insinuated something about the deep state. I'm saying that they are bringing votes because of this. If you look at the just concluded by-elections in Kiamba and Muguga, if you look at Jubilee and UDA, it seems to appear that as of now, it's a 50-50 on the ground. So if Jubilee Party was to support Raila Amolo Odinga today, we just assume that now Raila will start with about 50% of the Mount Kenya votes. And 50% of the Mount Kenya votes, going by the last election in 2017, 50% is about 2 million votes. So Jubilee supporting Raila Amolo Odinga, they are bringing 2 million votes to Raila Amolo Odinga, and they are also bringing the system. Something that Raila supporters believe for a very long time is the thing that has been blocking Raila from the presidency. That's the first political implication. Secondly, for a very long time, ladies and gentlemen, in fact, immediately after 2017 election, William Ruto has been campaigning on the mountain. Raila has never started the campaigns. So we can just assume again here, ladies and gentlemen, that as of now, William Ruto is at the apex of his charm offensive on the mountain, while Raila is still at zero. So if Jubilee Party was to support Raila Amolo Odinga today, the only natural phenomenon is for Raila Amolo Odinga to rise on the mountain as William Ruto maybe declines on the mountain. So assuming Jubilee Party again supports Raila today, then we will see Raila drastically rising on the mountain as William Ruto declines on the mountain. Thirdly, Jubilee Party to support Raila Amolo Odinga, that will have a spiral effect of causing excitement on Raila's traditional support base. And that excitement can lead to very high turnout among Raila's traditional support base. Because, ladies and gentlemen, after the 2017 elections, before the handshake, majority of Raila supporters had already lost hope in the presidential election. And before the handshake, a majority of them were of an opinion that most likely they'll never vote again because they vote Raila wins and the election is stolen. What's the point of continuing to vote now? So a majority of them were disillusioned and they had lost hope in voting because they believed that as long as the system is there, it will always steal Raila's votes. So for Jubilee Party or rather the system to support Raila, that will send excitement across Raila's traditional support bases. And that can have a spiral effect of helping Raila support base to increase turnout. And that's very, very good boost for Raila's presidential bid next year. Because the support base will be awakened. And the moment they are awakened, they will turn out in large numbers to vote for Raila Amolo Odinga because they believe that if it's the system that has been stealing votes from Raila Amolo Odinga and the system is now with Raila Odinga, then most likely Raila now, his votes might not be stolen. That will make them vote. And that can also make Raila Amolo Odinga to have a very high turnout in his traditional stronghold basis. Fourthly, if Jubilee Party today decides to support a Raila Amolo Odinga presidency, then politics on the mountain will drastically change. Because as things stand right today, there are very many leaders on the mountain who may be realizing that they have not performed as expected. They always use Raila Amolo Odinga as the scapegoat. They know they have not delivered to the people, and they know that most likely they might be sent home, so they bring in the name of Raila Amolo Odinga to endear them to the voters. So assuming Jubilee Party decides to support Raila Amolo Odinga, this ilk of politicians or leaders who have always found ways of using Raila Amolo Odinga or rather the Raila phobia to get votes, they might find it very, very hard convincing the people to vote for them. Because now the Raila phobia will not be very much appealing to the residents as it has always been used before. So that can really lead to a lot of political ramifications and quite a lot of political hard life for this kind of leaders who have all along been using Raila phobia to win votes in that part of the country. And then number 5, if Jubilee Party decides to support Raila Amolo Odinga, then also, ladies and gentlemen, we know for a fact that there are also a good majority of Kenyans, though not really a majority, but a good percentage of Kenyans who naturally hates the government. They hate the government simply because, according to their expectations, the government might not have lived as they had expected. So naturally, those people are bitter and they just dislike the government for that. And anybody associating with the government might suffer the consequences of the ills of that government. So assuming Jubilee Party, the ruling party, decides to support Raila Amolo Odinga, then Raila Amolo Odinga might now be forced to carry the baggage of the Jubilee administration and all the ills of the Jubilee's government. So that will now also force Raila Amolo Odinga to really frame his campaign slogan properly, to dispel that notion that is in government. He can just come out and tell the people that he's not in government, but he has just been supported by the government. So that will also force Raila Amolo Odinga to really work hard to dispel that myth that is in government, ladies and gentlemen, in a government that most likely might have failed to deliver. I believe that those are the 5 main political implications of Jubilee Party supporting a Raila Amolo Odinga candidature. And finally, as I conclude, all the top politicians, ladies and gentlemen, from where I sit, be it William Ruto, be it Mudavadi, be it Kalonzo, all these people are angling to be supported by Jubilee. Ruto is praying day in and day out that maybe miracle should happen and then Uhuru Kenyatta to endorse him. Same to Kalonzo, Mudavadi, all these people. So I'm very sure that should Jubilee decide to support Raila Amolo Odinga, then that will be a very, very big win for Raila Amolo Odinga. A very big win. Even though the Order Brigade seems to be saying Jubilee is dead, at the back of their minds, they know Jubilee is a force to reckon with. That's a fact, and it's not just a propaganda. Otherwise, folks, ladies and gentlemen, let me leave it there. Just as I did mention when we were starting, if you've bumped on this YouTube channel for the very first time, kindly subscribe and also give this video a like. Give it a like, please. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Tamu sana.